Alright guys, welcome back. This time we are telling the tale of Emilia, one of the Sinful survivors. However, one day she was out swimming and wound up hitting a current. And it washed her all the way down to a desert, where she awoke gasping for air. She was lost. She didn't know where to go, what to believe. She heard some strange noise and went to check it out. And for some reason, she lost all her clothes. The noise had disappeared. And well, she said, let's gather things. She had to start to build some kind of a base to survive, because she had no idea where she was. She had heard about some kind of tool that she can make with an axe. Or rather, make the axe with some random tools, such as wood, grass, and stone. She figured, at least she had her backpack. She can do this. She can survive in this desert. She glanced at her map and figured there was a big city over there. The noise was heard again. She looks on high alert. She now remembered the recipe to make a stone axe, using plant fiber and sharpened stones, tying it to a stick. She is now fearless. She feels she can take on anything. Starting with random bushes. Everyone will need clay at some point or another. must remember the recipe that nobody else knew about. But it would take time to make. She spotted a bunny in the distance. But the smell of the food from the bunny might attract other things that are unwanted. So she decided to let it slide. Let it live another day. She has now made plant fiber pants. Something that is bound to protect against nothing. But it's better than filling the air. She must now find a road. If she has any hope of surviving in this wilderness. It feels so ghost town-like. There's nothing around. Except random noises. She has no clue what they are. They sound vicious. There's sounds echoing through the valley around her. She heard a squeal of a pig and went to check it out. Found a backpack instead, with shoes. And some food. She now has a real weapon, the spite club. And the bunny has come back again. And the pig squeals again. She grows tired of hearing a pig squealing. And sees yet another trash bag. Because people don't know how to stop littering in the desert. learned a long time ago from our father that aged wood actually worked to make wood planks. Which could then be used to build stuff. You see, Emilia was a 24-year-old woman. She had just graduated college when the apocalypse hit, and went for a swim, where she washed ashore, but nobody in sight, so she didn't know where to go. She started seeing a road, so she ran to it. Not knowing which way to go, she decides to stay in the desert and follow the road, hoping it would lead to civilization and somewhere where someone can give her a ride home. She felt scared and alone in the dark, in broad daylight. With only a bunny and a squealing pig to accompany her, she continued along the road, going as slow as her feet would carry her. She noticed a bag in the distance. It looked like it would be a duffel bag. And that's exactly what it was. She realized that collecting empty jars would come in handy for collecting water later. But first she will have to find a water source, which are not very easy to find in a desert. Emilia figured it was time to craft up a crossbow, because it was also something that her father had taught her. So she would first have to make all those planks into sticks, for no apparent reason. Because she already had 10 sticks, but she did it anyway. Maybe they would be used for arrows, or bolts. There would have to be a town eventually. All roads lead to a town somewhere, and there in the distance it appeared. The town of Desertia. Emilia knew of this town. It was a very small 2-block town. With very few people who lived here. Mostly just abandoned buildings like a ghost town. She figured it would be a great place to hold up and ask for help if she can find survivors. Or rather, anyone living here still. First she will check out this garage, but it is locked. It's rather rude to break in, but she was desperate. So she starts breaking in with her stone axe. But that does not look like it was doing any good. She decided to move on, because that door was too thick for her stone axe. So she went to the blue shed. She was once a bandit at one point in time as well. A street urchin, living off the pockets of the rich. So this felt like it was her old life. Robbing from those who can afford to be robbed from. She would leave nothing for the owners of that stuff. The door looked boarded up, so she decided the windows might be a better way in. Something went down here. Maybe a shootout. Because all the windows are boarded. Except for these. Now she just needed something to stand on. Realize that grass can be made into hay, which makes a perfect block to stand on. Something her grandfather taught her. He was a Wild West bandit. Hello? Is anyone home? Anyone? Are you guys there? If you're in the basement, don't shoot. I'm here. Just looking for help. Is anyone in there? Are you guys in there? Don't shoot, I'm coming in. Slowly. There was glass on this door. Her heart pounded as she started breaking down the door, hoping to not find a gun on the other side of it, pointing at her. It may have been rude, but she was desperate to get out of this desert and find something suitable to live, or get a ride back home from one of the strangers who she had hoped to meet. She has nobody there. Emilia started backing away very quickly as there was a dead person in there. She had wondered why the person had died. Maybe he had something on him. Like a key or something to this house. But he had a jar that was empty. To get out of there as quick as possible, she loots what she can and moves on. She's afraid that she might find more dead people, more dead things lying around this house, and others. She realized that a toilet is a water source. And she can fill up all those empty jars right here in a toilet. May not be sanitary, but if you're desperate, who's complaining? Since the guy was dead, taking all that he had won't be as heavy-hearted as before. Red pants looked better. Is anybody in the attic? Anyone in there? Guess not. Emilia bashed down the last of the fortifications in this house, hoping to find some kind of good loot on the other end. There was a chest in there that signifies somewhat decent loot. So she breaks the other part of the fortifications and hopes to find something good. But all that she finds is a tin can. Next time on Emilia's Diaries, she goes in search of all these other buildings and hopes to find some survivor who can take her home. But something bad will probably happen, as she has no clue what has really happened with the world right now. She was just swimming one day and wound up in a desert, and now she is in the struggle for her life to survive in the apocalypse without even knowing it. Alright guys, so that'll be it for now. I will see you guys next time. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, whatever. It's all good. See you next time.